Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, wherever you are. You know, I was born in the part of the world that used to be called Soviet Union at the time. I mean, it's been a long time ago. And there was a joke: the sun never sets over Soviet Union, over the country that was called Soviet Union. There was somebody who would wake up in the western part of the country, and at the time somebody would go to sleep in the eastern part. Same here. QubitTech is a really global company with uh, every part of the world, every small town, every small city. We're there, and we're there to make your life better and to make your even more interesting and make it freer. My name is Dr. Leon Rebelsky, and I will be helping you to go over the new what's going on in the crypto world and how to use what is going on to your I'm not afraid, I'm not ashamed of this word, for your personal enrichment. Okay, today we're going to talk about several things. Let me open the screen for you. We're going to talk about several things. First of all, like we always do, we'll talk about what's going on in the markets, the latest developments, and things are happening right now. I mean, I told you, I think last time, and I keep saying this, I'm in the markets, in different financial markets for more than 20 years. And I never seen time like that. Never seen time like that. This is very important and promising place. Okay, so we'll talk what is actually where we are right now in terms of prices, and we will talk about what is happening, what are the different events that are making this industry alive, and then we'll talk about probably the most important thing for you, and I saved it for last intentionally, so you listen to everything else I say. I will tell you, I will show you exactly step by step how to install a robot on your Qubit technology account, QubitTech account. And with this robot, you install it. The moment you do, you start making money. I mean, this is not a joke. This is not a marketing word. I mean, this is the true, real things. Okay, so the market this week, I mean, I'm sure I don't have to tell you how exciting they are. We'll talk about, I'll show you the prices of Bitcoin, Ethereum, talk a little bit about Ripple, because this is a story that really develops in front of our eyes. I mean, this is something that is everybody in the market, in the crypto industry is watching, because this is like a test case of relationship between government, between regulating bodies and the crypto industry. And just a couple of words about altcoins, because they're performing incredibly. They're fantastically. Okay, again, I made this slide 2 days ago. And like in this business, what happened 2 days ago is already outdated. When I did it, the highest level was 50,680. Yesterday, it touched 52 and a half for a brief time. Now it's around 51,800 or something like this. So this is a very important, very important level, 50,000. I mean, everybody in the industry agreed. And again, people from who came here from trading other markets like Forex or stock market, no, there are psychologically important levels. And there was a psychologically important level, $20,000. Remember, when it broke it, I mean, it just skyrocketed. Same thing here, $50,000 is a very important level. And it's been touching it for a while. Now it's above it. And all experts, not all, of course, I mean, there are always people who think negatively, but most of the experts right now think that the behavior of the market right now gives us possibility to think that this level is going to become a new support level, and the next important level of the price of this particular coin is 50,000, which is wow. I mean, you know, even myself, I'm one of the enthusiasts. Okay, But even myself, if somebody would tell me only, I don't know, half a year ago, that this prognosis of reaching 50,000 by February, I think even I told you this, but honestly, I wasn't sure about it. And this is happening. So next level that we're looking at is 100,000. So my very, very sincere and very solid advice is get into the market. Get into the market in terms both investment and so buy and hold it, and also in terms of trading. Because even though, and again, we're talking about it every time that we meet, even though the trend is overall trend is up, and I mean, as I say, it's going to go really, really high, but still you can make money even by trading on a short-term basis. This is 4-hour chart, and I always show it to you. I mean, we see so many opportunities with the correction of the market, and it's a very, very simple strategy, and at some point I will tell you exactly how it works. But what is happening with this strategy is very simple. You wait for the change of the trend, and the indicators that I use, the indicators that I develop, show, I mean, give very, very clear sign of this. You enter the market. Okay, that's it. If it changes the direction, like for example here, you go in the opposite direction and with a double size of your trade, and you end up with positive. You end up in the money anyway. So trading and investing. This is what we are talking about with Bitcoin in particular, and Ether and other cryptocurrencies as well. Not all of them, because as I already talked about, we talked about this already, only the major ones like Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, Litecoin, and now Ripple, they have enough volume to make all these indicators real. I mean, to make all these indicators to work. So we will be talking about this strategy, this one and others in additional meetings for a smaller audience, for those who are interested not only in making money, but in understanding how to do that. So just watch the news from the QubitTech technology on our channel. Okay, so this is Ethereum. As I said, this is daily chart, and we see that the trend is obvious with some corrections. And again, just like in Bitcoin case, if we look at the 4-hour chart, plenty of opportunities. Almost every day or every other day, there is an opportunity to trade. There is an opportunity to make additional money beside those that you make by investing and just holding, or like we say, hodling the asset. Okay, now, amazing things, and I like what is happening, and I will talk about it a little bit later. This is better, for me, it's better than any blockbuster from Hollywood or any other movie studio. I mean, it has so much suspense. This is Ripple, daily chart of Ripple. And you see this huge rise due to the increasing popularity. Then a hit from Security and Exchange Commission and struggle to get back. So what's happening right now? Right now, you see this uprise in price was due to the hope that Ripple and SEC would reach an agreement, pre-settlement before hearing. Honestly, I hoped for that as well. It didn't happen. And of course, the first thing that things like that actually act, what the effect of those things is the drop in the price. Well, we still hope that something positive will come out of this. And as I said, everybody in the market is watching this situation. This is going to be like a test case for the whole industry. the fight between regulating one of the biggest and most influential regulating bodies in the world, Security and Exchange Commission, and one of the major assets in the crypto industry. Now, this is Litecoin, and you can see that daily chart of Litecoin. You can see that it follows more or less the same pattern that does Bitcoin and Ethereum. And I will talk about it in a few seconds. Bitcoin, many times I said, it's like an engine. It's like locomotive of the whole industry. And no, too early. It's like a locomotive of the whole industry. And that's why most of the other coins follow the same trend, follow the same pattern of change in price. So, which means you can, in order to trade Bitcoin, you need to have very, very significant funds on your accounts, or either on exchange or in your wallet or wherever. In order to trade coins like Ethereum or Litecoin, you just need to be an average like day trader, and you don't have to have $100,000 in your account, just a few $1,000s, and you can be doing this very, very properly and very successfully. So this is what I already mentioned. Probably I went too far, too early. I talked about it. That's what I already said, that Ripple and SEC did not reach an agreement, and this means that they're entering the discovery phase of their standoff. We will watch and see what's happening. I mean, this is very, very important. Now, well, I already said this, 50,000. Now, some major people in the industry are talking about it. I mean, this is, as I already said, it's an emotional level for people. Like, people in the space are watching that. This is a head of strategy, words of head of strategy of Cumberland, one of the major companies. And, but still being very, very careful, he adds that it is also the result of supply and demand. What it means is very simple. If you have $100 bills in your hands, I mean, it's not good for anything in itself. I mean, the money that it holds, yes, it is. You can go and buy food, you can go to a restaurant, you can buy whatever with this $100 bill, but it doesn't have value in itself. Bitcoin has its own value. It exists for something. We talked about it, and it is the fuel of the new financial order in the world. If I may, I will say this is very, very loud statement, but this is it. So there is demand for it, and there is supply, and of course the price is going to be like somewhere the result of the supply and demand situation. Look, Bitcoin is so well established that even America's oldest bank is Bank of New York Mellon. It's not a regular bank. It's not a bank where you can just go and open your account. This is a bank that serves other banks. It serves investment companies. It doesn't, as I say, I can't just go and open an account there. So their acceptance of Bitcoin, it's called the custody bank. So their acceptance of Bitcoin also is a very, very important step in accepting the Bitcoin as like the part of the New World Order. Just a couple of things. I mean, because we talk about it a lot, what do you need to know about it before you start investing? It's not a traditional asset. Its fundamental values are not measured in traditional terms. Well, of course, it's measured in dollars, cents, euros, and the pounds or pesos, but it is still, it exists because it uses, it's like, as I said, fuel for the industry. It could be traded directly between two parties without being anyone in the middle. Now there are many, because it's difficult to, like, for example, I want to buy Bitcoin or want to sell. There are two possibilities. I can find a person who wants to do opposite to what I do, or I can do to a brokerage company or exchange, which is a brokerage company, and let them handle my request. So there are many brokerage companies right now. We will talk a little bit later. Not the company, the exchange called Binance, and this is the exchange of my choice and of choice of many people, respectable people in the industry whom I know. So be careful when you choose the exchange. And also remember that Bitcoin is extremely volatile. It can go up by 20% in a couple of days, and then it go down for 20% in the same time. So should we care? Should we worry about it? I don't, because I know that it's going up, and even the smallest, some small retreats simply mean that they are a sign of price correction, and I don't care about this. And as a trader, I love these retreats because they make me, give me the possibility to make additional money, additional profits. Well, Bitcoin, we're talking about this all the time. Because as I already said, this is a locomotive of the whole industry. But there are other coins as well. Some of them are, there are more than 2,000 coins, I think, or 2,500 coins that are being in circulation on different exchanges. Of course, we're talking about major ones. Majors are, as I already said, Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, Ripple, Litecoin, Cardano. I hope well, there are others as well. Sorry if I didn't mention your favorite coin, but anyway, I mean, it doesn't really matter that much. I mean, you all know what these are. And within last year, in the beginning of this year, these assets, I mean, they showed incredible gain, incredible gain. Of course, it was propelled by Bitcoin rise. The Bitcoin rose by 200, almost 200% by now, but the other coins are in the 90 days period. Some of them went up like few 100%, some of them even 1,000. Well, there is one infamous coin called Dogecoin. I mean, this is a special case. We talked about it before. I don't want to spend too much time on it. This is extreme example of using news and for manipulating the market. And it rose by 2,300%. Amazing. In just this is all after the mentioning of this coin by Mr. Musk. Well, but he did a good thing for Bitcoin as well. When Tesla, we spoke about it, his company, the company that he founded and that he leads, spent 1.5 billion US dollar in Bitcoin. People listened, and the price went up, and something else happened. And we'll talk about it in a few minutes. Countries jumping in, cities jumping in. There is a gentleman, Andrew Yang. He was a presidential candidate. Well, not like a very definite candidate, but still, I mean, he was taking part in the process. So now he's running for the mayor of New York City, and he is going to turn New York City into Bitcoin hub if he does become a mayor. What exactly he means, we don't know. Probably giving some special conditions for companies that do crypto. But we know what another gentleman, Miami Mayor Francis Suarez, what he proposed. I mean, not only turn Miami into Bitcoin city in a simple ways like New York, but he's saying very, very definite things. He wants to start paying municipal workers and collecting taxes. Imagine taxes. This is like the most sacred cow of the whole business world. He wants to start collecting that in crypto. So he already requested this from the legislature, but whenever it happens, I will immediately tell you. And in Dubai, the government also turns to Bitcoin, to crypto in general. There is a government-owned company in Dubai called QubitTech. I'm not familiar with them personally. I just found this on the news. They facilitate action of other companies in the United Arab Emirates, and they also issue and process visas. And they started accepting cryptocurrencies for their services, which I think is very, very important. And this is on the level of government. Now on the level of like also government, but small, well, not so small, but lower level. Now, and actually it's not now, it's already for some time now, you can buy or sell Bitcoin. You can do changes in your Bitcoin wallet on every railroad station in Switzerland 24 hours a day. At the Switzerland Railroad ticket machines. Imagine, so you go to buy a ticket to go from Interlaken to Geneva, and you also, okay, well, Bitcoin, what is it doing? Okay, good, I want to make some money. Or you go and you don't have enough money in your pocket, so you use your Ethereum wallet to buy a ticket from Zurich to Geneva. So this is, I like the way it develops. Now, we mentioned Mr. Musk and his company investment in the Bitcoin, in crypto assets, and now it's like I don't know whether you remember, but I'm sure you know this term. There is a term, fear of missing out, FOMO. It's like very, very special term. It's like it's for people who look at other people and say, hey, they're making money, or hey, they're doing whatever, something good. And if I don't jump on that, I will miss. This is called fear of missing out. The market often moved by this feeling. So now this feeling already goes to companies. I mean, major companies in the world already, like they started thinking about Tesla move, and they want to follow. And there is a guy, Jim Cramer, he's hosting one of the large and very, very influential show about money. He's feeling, and he knows everything about money. I met him some time ago, and I mean, he struck me as a person who knows everything about money. So he says treasurers of all companies should consider of putting significant amount of their money into Bitcoin. And he is doubled, this idea is doubled by David Mercer, another very, very influential group, LMAX Group. He's a CEO. In his opinion, up to 5 to 10% of reserves in every company should go to Bitcoin. He says Bitcoin, but basically it's crypto, not only Bitcoin. So this is, again, as I say, every time I keep saying this, Bitcoin is becoming part of our daily life of mainstream finance world. Now, why? As I already said, Tesla bought 1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin. Why? I mean, is it because Mr. Musk wanted to promote Bitcoin? I don't think so. I mean, he probably with all he's like, I think, second or first richest person in the world right now. I don't think he cares that much about making a few more billions. Sorry to say that. No. This was a very, very proper and very thought of move. And Yang Li, he's a chief officer, one of the chief officers in Ziglu. It's also a major Asian company, financial company. He explains that right now, what happens is that there must be some sort of backup because of pandemic, because of rising inflation, which is fueled by every government in the world trying to stimulate the economy, like stimulus bill, things that are happening in Europe, in Israel, in Russia. All this will lead, inevitably will lead to rise of inflation. And investing in Bitcoin, in view of Mr. Yang Li, will allow Tesla to protect the current holdings from inflation. And of course, no one saying that they are not thinking about doubling their money in just a few months, which of course going to be small change for a company like that, but still, let's not be very, very critical of that. So this is a reason why Tesla invested in Bitcoin, one of the reasons probably. Now, and then, as I said, there are now a number of companies. I mean, fear of missing out is making companies not only join Tesla in holding Bitcoin, investing in Bitcoin, but also using it for operation. I mean, the latest one is Twitter. Twitter CEO, Chief Financial Officer, said that they're really considering going into these billions and adding Bitcoin on their balance sheet. But the decision, he said, the decision is made yet. Look, believe me, it's going to be made very, very soon. I mean, there is no way back. This is one-way street. And other companies, apples, oranges, cherries, other wedges. I mean, Apple is adding BitPay to their support. Google Pay, Samsung Pay, they're all on the wagon right now. So here we're talking about not just like your neighborhood company, even if it's a big one. We're talking about the companies that are actually the backbone, backbone of the whole financial and business industry in the world. So $100,000 is not too far away. Okay. Something happened to my, excuse me. Okay, I'm sorry. Well, this is what happens when you press a wrong button on your computer keyboard. You know, I told you I used to be a physicist, and I was an experimental physicist working at a major nuclear installation in the United States. And there was a joke. Do you know what is the most scary word in the nuclear industry? Oops. Well, it doesn't happen like this when you press a wrong button on your keyboard, but if it is connected to something major, it could be a difficult thing. Anyway, so all this, I mean, many people are comparing crypto assets to gold, in particular Bitcoin, and to other things. When I do this, or my colleagues do this, well, it's our opinion. When a person from Morgan Stanley does this, that is something that people have to listen. And the idea of Morgan Stanley, the message that they want to get through, is that yes, it is. There are jitters in global pandemic. Cryptocurrency are changing their price up, and they're going up and down. But still, they are gaining popular support as alternatives to gold and to dollar. To gold as a way of storing money, keeping money, and dollar is a mean of payment. And there are fundamental reasons for this, and the reasons are, no matter where the price of this particular asset is, cryptocurrencies are here to stay. Well, very good. And he's not the only one who thinks that Bitcoin reflects America's decline. Rana Foroohar from Financial Times, I'm just citing her what she said. Cryptocurrency have a place in the New World Order where the dollar has less of starting value. Look, I always loved dollar, and there are a couple of jokes about people talking about dollar falling, and I mean, dollar is not going anywhere, but now it's probably going to share the podium with somebody with some other currencies. Now I need to go a little bit faster. We need to get to our robots. I will miss this. This is definitely crypto assets are a new operating system. Now, mining is going strong, and at the same time, companies and the governments are trying to restrict it. In Iran, for example, they're clamping down on mining farms, but at the same time setting their own, Iranian government, setting their own mining in order to get a little bit extra cash in the country, which is actually crippled by international sanctions. And that's a good way. And in financial world, I will go fast through this. In financial world, one of the major Asian banks, Malaysian top bank in Anga, just acquired a stake in crypto exchange. So, you know, there is this good saying, if you can beat them, join them. So financial people understand now that they cannot beat crypto assets. So they're one after another, they're joining forces with crypto assets. I mentioned this about mining. A huge Bitcoin mining ring was just shipped to Russia end of last year. It's worth anywhere between $40 and $60 million, and it has 70 megawatt of power. This is a huge one. So somebody is taking this seriously. And Ukrainian government is considering using a nuclear power plant in a city in western Ukraine to set up a mining operation on the plant itself. So I mean, people are thinking far ahead. I mean, 100,000, and remember these twins that thought of Facebook. Who invested, who were the first billionaires, Winklevoss twins. They said 500,000 is not a dream. It's something that is going to happen. When, we don't know, but it will definitely going to happen. Banks are still a little bit hesitant. The ECB chief, Christine Lagarde, she says that they are not going into Bitcoin crypto assets at all. The government, the central banks of European countries do not consider getting into that. You want to bet that it's going to change? I'm going to bet a bottle of good whiskey that it's going to change within a couple of months. Whoever is on this with me, let me know. And government are still trying to do offense on crypto. I told you about this new legislation that was going to come out, and right now it doesn't look so bright. This ban, the new regulation, legislation might ban all. I mean, when I say all, I mean all crypto companies, private companies that do deal with crypto assets. Of course, the crypto companies do not like them, and they launched a campaign against this regulation, and they are, of course, going to lobby the lawmakers to dismiss this crypto ban bill. Again, stay tuned. Okay, now what I would say the best part of today's meeting, and definitely the major part, the trading robots. Very briefly, what it is. It's trading. I'm sure if you are with me, if you were with me already, you saw this picture. Trading robot is simply a program. It's an algorithm that can independently take the data from the market, analyze them according to the rules that you actually provide in the beginning, you set in the beginning, and by itself open and close a trade. Advantages are endless. I mean, in particular, now I'm talking, of course, about Qubit technology robots. The financial security is awesome. I mean, the robots are working on the accounts that are in your pocket, on your own account on the exchanges. So you can be certain that nothing is going to happen to your money, whether it's an unfortunate situation or whether it's bad will situation. Nothing is going to happen to your money. The Qubit technology robots are very easy to use. You don't need to understand the market, and they're very, very easy to set it up. And within 5 minutes, I will show you exactly how it works, not how the robot works, we will devote a special session to that, but how to connect this robot to your Qubit technology account. And they, of course, work 24/7, and that is, doesn't matter whether your computer is on or off. You can be sure that robots are making money for you all the time. These little guys are working hard for your money. Anyway, so, excuse me. Today I will show you how to connect two kinds of robots, a flat robot and a trend robot. The idea behind these robots is already in the name of it. Flat robot is working well on periods of more or less flat change in the price of a certain particular cryptocurrency. A trend robot is actually makes trend, which is your friend, as we all know from stock market and forex, work for you and make money for you. So how do we do this? First, before we go to exchange to our Qubit technology site, on which I will show you how to connect it, you need to be connected. You have to have an account on at this particular point on one of the two exchanges. It's Binance or Bitfinex. I'm going to show you because the robots, as I already said, they're not working on. They're working on the accounts on Binance, on these exchanges. So you, first of all, you have to have an account. How to set it up, I already did show you in one of the meetings. We will put in on site and on YouTube the tutorials on how to do this. So I assume that you already have an account on Binance. So when you open it, you see the first screen that you see looks like that. This is a homepage of Binance of the Binance exchange. You point your mouse to this little sign. The folding down menu opens, and you click on API management. You click on this line. After you do this, you see the new page will allow you to make open to set the API key and the secret key. I'm sorry, I was thinking about something else. I'm sorry, we'll go ahead. What is API key and the secret key? I mean, API key and the secret key is something that allows you to rule your account, to make changes in your account. And that is actually one of the most important security assets that there is in dealing with any exchange. So you, right here on this line, you enter the name of your API key that you're going to, I mean, it could be anything. It could be your name. Here I enter QubitTech, but it could be anything. You click on Create API, and you go to a new page. First of all, you are going to go through security verification. This is very important because API and the secret key gives full access to your account. Anyone who knows it, of course, will get this access. And we don't want this to happen. So the exchange wants to make absolutely sure that this is that's you. And as you know, when you log into Binance account, you have to go through two steps first step is you have to prove that you're not a robot. It's very simple. And second, you need to enter the special code, which they send to you either by telephone or by email. Only then you have access to the account. But in this particular case, you need to do both. You need to do the email verification, enter it here, and the phone verification code. After you enter them in these lines, you click on submit, and your API key and API management key and secret key are there. Here they are. You can see them here. You need to copy them in some very, very secure place, because as I said, they give access, full access to your account to anybody who has these keys. And what exactly you can do with that? You can enable reading, you can enable spot and margin trading with this key, enable withdrawals, which is a very important part of things of dealing with an exchange. Not to let anyone do withdrawal on your account, on your side. Enable margin. Well, anyway, you can do a lot of things with API, with the API key and with the secret key. But we are going to use it for one thing. We're going to use it to connect the robot that Qubit technology provides to the exchange and to start trading on this exchange for you. Okay, how do you do this? First of all, you need to, as I already said, you need to go to your, you have to have funds on the Binance exchange. And I will show you a little bit later, you have to have at least $200. And I will explain why this is so. You can obtain these robots in two different ways. You can either buy a license and use the money on your personal wallet in QubitTech, or you can, if you have an investment for a contract with QubitTech for more than $1,000, which is not much in this world, you get these robots for free, which I like. And there is no time limitation on using these robots. You can use them forever, as in forever. Okay, so you go, this is very simple. You all know what it is. In order to get into your account, you need to enter QubitTech account. You need to enter your login, your password. You need to prove that you are not a robot, because you're going to exploit these little poor guys. And then you are in on the platform. So this is what you see on the platform when you start. You click on menu, and then you click on robots. This is, remember, you all know this picture. This is like main page of the front page, home page of the Qubit technology platform. So you click on robots, and a new page opens. You scroll down a little bit because there is a lot of information in there. We went through this last time. We'll go through it again, but there is plenty of information. You go to this view. You can you see flat robot and trend robot. Why they're both flat here? It doesn't matter. You click on settings. Okay, you click on settings and you go to next page. This page is actually going to use what we just did with you on Binance platform. Well, first of all, you need to choose. If you click, I cannot click here, but if you click on this on this line, you will see the choice of two exchanges, Binance and Bitfinex. As I said, we're using Binance. I'm using personal Binance, so you choose it. Then you enter the API key and the secret key that you just obtained on the exchange. You enter them here. You click on Add Key. That's it. Now the few choices that you have to make. There are three different kinds of strategies. So you will have to choose strategy. You will have to choose crypto pair, and you will have to choose time frame. What is strategy? What does it mean to choose strategy? There are different ways. There are rules that these robots, that these programs follow. Some of them are trading in a very conservative way. Conservative meaning taking small, take profits, taking even smaller stop losses, and entering the market only when there is an absolute certainty of profitable trade. Then there is a medium and high risk. This high risk, when I say high risk, this is, you will see in a second, I mean, this is probably an improper word for that. High risk meaning it gives you 5 to, if I remember correct, 5 to 7% monthly income. A medium gives you 4, I think 3 to 5% of monthly income, and low gives you 2 to 3% of monthly income. I mean, it doesn't sound very much, but compared to the banks, it is a lot. Believe me, it is a lot, and it's almost risk-free. Almost risk-free. I never say it's 100% risk-free because this is market and anything could happen in the markets. But you're only limited by on the downside. You're only limited by the amount that you will set in yourself, that you feel comfortable in taking chances with. Okay, so you will need to choose a pair. For flat and trend robot, there are only 3 pairs. It's a BTC or Ethereum against USD. You know what USDT is. It's Tether. It's basically the same as USD. Or you can enter ETH versus BTC. This is also a pair. I don't personally trade on that because they're too correlated and it's a lot more difficult to predict. I trade on BTC and ETH. But it doesn't mean that because of volatility, it wouldn't be working for ETH versus BTC. And then you need to choose time frame. Time frame here is either 1 hour or 4 hours. If you want more of smaller trades, choose 1 hour. If you would like, so if you choose 1 hour, you'd be able literally sit in front of your computer and see how trades open and close. I mean, you will enjoy it in the beginning, but only in the beginning. After a few days, you will get bored of it because you will know that it's working, and you will just go in and out your exchange account just to see how much money the robots made for you today. 4 hours is basically, it makes less trades, less frequent trades, but the outcome of every trade is somewhat higher. So after you choose the strategy, after you choose the pair and the time frame, you need to choose the balance. You need to set certain part of your exchange balance to that. You can choose anything, any amount which is higher than $200. Which means if you have $200, you set it all. If you have $100,000 in your account, you set whatever you want. And the trade size, which is a very important parameter in any trading. It's one of the most important parameters, I would say. It takes 5% of your balance for every trade. So if you have the smaller trade that could be made is $10, 10 whatever, depending on what you're using, and the higher, there is no limit to the on the upper level, on the upper side. So after you do this, you enter the balance and you enter the trade size. That's it. You're set. You click on Start Robot. Click on Start Robot, and you can go and have your lunch, dinner, tea, go to movies, go to restaurants, and come back, and you will see money in your account. Believe me, I've done this. I'm doing this myself. I have part of my account set to robots, and I'm happy with that. Now, we were talking about mostly the trend and flat robot. They are very effective, but very conservative. We have a full-fledged, and I told you about it, a robot called Smart Robot. It's a full-fledged trading system. It's not like a strategy. it's a system. It uses a lot more of different crypto pairs. It uses different strategies, which is very, very important, not only one or two, because if you were with me last week, I told you that the flat and trend robot are set or based on RSI and moving average technical indicators. This smart robot uses a bunch of different indicators, which are very, very effective. And of course, the reward, the outcome of trading with these robots is a lot higher than with flat and trend. I will tell you all about it next time. Okay, thank you very much for being with me. I hope that that what I told you is useful, and I strongly urge you to start trading with robots today. Next time, please write to me in the chat how much money you made. I'm kidding, don't tell me, because IRS or somebody else could see it. But I'm sure you will make money. Have a very, very good trading day, week, month, year. And this is Dr. Leon Rebelsky. I'll see you next in a week. Goodbye.